That's a great question. So, having a career in information technology, security is always at the forefront of the decisions that we make and the advice we give. And that's, I think, been compounded by the situation. So, as everyone is so focused on the response, I think there's been a little bit of a lapse in focus on security. One comment I'll make, Don, is this. I think a lot of providers in the oncology space that we work with and the administrative staff, when they think of cybersecurity, they sort of think of it in the analogy of if you have a house and the front door is locked, what you're trying to do is prevent somebody from picking the lock. So when we talk about firewalls and protocols, everybody kind of visualizes it like there's this cat burglar trying to sneak into the house, when in reality, most cyber attacks, what really happens is the attacker knocks on the door and the practice opens it. It's not someone hacking like you see on a TV show. It's usually a failure in personal protocol and just literally letting them in. The biggest issue I've seen with telehealth is in around what I would describe as identity management. And what I mean by that is you have physicians, you have mid-levels, you have staff members in these practices that all have new accounts to these telehealth platforms that they can log into. And the identity management around controlling the usernames and passwords is an ongoing struggle. So if an attacker were to call the telehealth platform that your practice was using and try to get a password reset, so they were representing themselves as a physician and they said, I lost my password, you need to let me back in, I can't take care of these patients without that password. We lack the challenge response questions that you would find, say, in a financial institution like a bank. Like you couldn't call a bank and pretend to be a doctor and get access to his account, but you could call a telehealth platform or even a help desk within a practice. There just aren't enough controls around making sure we're managing the identities of the users. And if a credential needs to be reset, if somebody lost a password, there needs to be a challenge response like you'd find when you're resetting your bank password or other passwords we deal with. So I think what I would emphasize to practices in the oncology space is you certainly need to make sure your front door is locked and you've got a good firewall, but really spend time focusing on credential management and identity management, because that's my opinion of where the biggest hiccups and breaches will occur.